So I've decided on a little project, just a little one, to repaint the Jeep. It's been gone through completely mechanically and electrically. Rebuilt engine, 5-speed transmission, 12-bolt rear end, 411 gears, front and rear, lockers, you name it. Really, you name it. The one thing that was lacking or is lacking is the paint. The paint's not great. There's scratches, there's issues. So I've looked and looked and looked for a body shop to actually do the paint, and it hadn't been fun. It's been a royal pain in the ass, truth be known. Everybody wants to do insurance work. Everybody wants to, feather a bumper in or just replace a part. Nobody wants to actually paint a full vehicle. And Jeeps are not that hard. It's not like painting a classic candy apple red Mustang, with silver flake in it or something crazy like that. Yeah. So I finally found somebody down south of town to paint it. They came highly recommended. They painted 3 Jeeps that I know of previously, so they do kind of know what they're doing as far as the ins and outs. So I'm going to go ahead and tear down my fenders, the fender flares, tear the front bumper off, the winch, all the lights, and I'm just going to, the rear tire, and I'm just going to get everything down to where if it needs work, I know it needs work. If it's a little spot of rust, something like that, I will know it. I'm probably going to do some of the prep work myself. I'm also going to take the snaps from the original top out, because those are just a harbinger of hidden rust. Yeah, I think that the one thing that my Jeep has lacked thus far is a bright, shiny new paint job. It is a Jeep. It is a 31-year-old Jeep. I don't expect it to be 100% straight and perfect, and we're not looking for show quality. We're looking for nice looking, something that I'll drive everywhere, and that I'm not afraid to put in the snow and ice and dirt and shit. So I'm gonna go with a couple coats of black. I'm keeping black until they make something darker, and then I'm gonna go with 2 coats of clear on top of that, and then by the time of year it'll be when all this kind of gets done, we're gonna go ahead and put it under some UV lights to cure it. So I'm really looking forward to this. Anyway, the video to follow is kind of the steps taken to do that with the Jeep, to take it all apart and then put it all back together, and then what the whole process of paint looks like. So enjoy. I hate these things. When I reinstall, I'm just going to tack weld the bolt to the nut. Man, these are just a beast to get off. Tip for you: put all your nuts in a Ziploc bag together, label the bag, because you're gonna forget what they were for. Off comes the winch, and the bumpers next. And just 3 snapped bolts later, the front end is clear. I got every one of the snaps out without busting a single one. So it's cold. It's about 35 degrees here in the garage. Central heat is not installed yet, and this is my last window this year to get the Jeep prepped. So I've got a couple little things to go. I've got it on the lift now so that I can get to the underside of some of the fenders. where I need to do just a little bit of prep work before. At 6 a.m. I hauled this thing to the paint booth, and where it's going to stay for 4 or 5 days as it gets painted and repainted and fixed and cured, and then we'll bring it back in and I'll show you the results. All right. We are on our way to the paint booth. It is not warm this morning, so I have on my overalls. So first try on the Jeep, and as you can see, I've got some issues. So they're gonna wet sand and reshoot everything, the hood and the front fenders. So I got a call from the paint shop that the Jeep should be ready for pickup tomorrow, but based on my previous interaction, I decided to go in, check it out a day early, and big nope, not a chance. So it will not be ready for tomorrow. There's still a couple drips. They did fix some stuff, but there's a couple drips, a run, a little bit of flake, and then they painted over my Jeep stickers. So they're gonna have to fix that, and as you can see, they're still wet sanding the hood, and so another clear coat's gonna go on top of that. So they have it for another week.